Hey guys, Wheat State Penny Hunter here, and I haven't hunted any pennies for you today, but I figured I'd put the starting video on this channel with my collection at the moment. First, we'll start with the silver, and the first coin I will show you today was a coin I won in a contest on a live stream held and presented by Mr. Rob Finds Treasure. Here is a 1916 Barber dime. There is the obverse. Notice how thin it is, too. And there's the reverse. Quite nice, quite nice. Next is the silver I found in the wild just 2 days ago. When I purchased a Snickers, this was in my change. Ladies and gentlemen, 1937 dime. Silver. And quite shiny. I do apologize if there's glare, but I'm filming this on an old smartphone, and this was the only way I could get the focus to hold and actually be able to see any detail. There's the obverse. And there's the reverse. Now, for the wheat pennies, we'll do them in a bit of a random order. First up, 1941 Philly. There's the obverse. And there is the reverse. Next up, 1951 Denver. There's the obverse. And there's the reverse. Next is what I believe to be a 1920. You can't quite see it from this perspective. In fact, it looks worse from this angle than it does to the naked eye. But I am to believe that it is a 1920 with possibly a D mint mark. It is worn. Next up, bit of a return to the standard with a 56 Denver. There's the obverse. And there's the reverse. Next is a 46 Denver. Adjust for shot. Yep, 46 Denver. Obverse. Reverse. This method of shooting is washing out all the browns. Hopefully you can forget that with a 1919 Philly. This is the second oldest coin in my collection. The oldest being the 1916 dime I've already shown you, and the two that follow behind this one were the 1920 penny I've already shown you, and the 1937 dime. No way, I think I gotta hold up. Disregard that statement. I think I got one older wheat penny that is older than that dime. But first, the reverse. Those wheat ears are worn pretty slick. In fact, you can't even see the E on state anymore, much less the S. Looks like it says United Stat of America. $57p for your enjoyment. And there's the reverse. Good detail on the wheat ears for this. I'm going to check. Okay, battery's holding well. And here's a 46 Philly. This is the same coin, right? Yes. With the reverse. Next is a 1920. Okay, I have two 1920s. And this one is in much better condition, which makes me believe, and the place where the mint mark would be is a lot cleaner. So it makes me believe that the other 20 does have a mint mark. But the other one is so worn, does it really even matter? Reverse. .45 Denver. Reverse. And yeah, this method of shooting washes out pretty much the majority of the color. Alas, until I get something proper set up, this will have to do. It's a smartphone stacked on top of a couple of books. Now, for your enjoyment, in what I believe to be a 1929S, but the mint mark is so worn. Yeah, that's a 29S. It couldn't be anything else. That mint mark couldn't be anything else. Here's a reverse. And yes, I'm showing you my entire collection. Minus my like 60s and 70s pennies and dimes and nickels. Because I don't have anything older than 64. Or even A64 when it comes to most of that stuff. 58 Denver. With it. And flip for the reverse. .52 Denver. Reverse. A .47 Philly. From this angle, you can sort of see the red toning to it. Good definition on what there is. I'm going to reset the focus. Here's the one I was thinking of that was... There was something on my finger, but no, that's just a shadow. 28 Philly, which is the one I was thinking of that was old. And reverse. I just noticed I don't... 1946 Philly. Reverse. And 1940 Denver. Reverse. And that is all of my wheat pennies. And I've just realized I don't have any 1930s pennies. In fact, the only 1930 coin I have is this 1937 dime. Weird. I only get either 40s, 50s, or pre-30s wheat pennies. I don't get pretty much any coins that are in the 30s. This is the only one. Now, I'll be right back with my odds and ends. And now for the odds and ends. My foreign coins, my 2009 pennies, my half dollars, my dollars, anything else that doesn't really fit in a general category. And first up, 1977, and Roosevelt. No mint mark. Next up, 1972 Jefferson nickel, a Denver. Not a lot of detail left. It's on the back of it, but there it is. A Canadian 1 cent piece, 1973. A nice 61 Denver. You can kind of even make out the steps on the Lincoln Memorial still. 60 Denver. Flip. .2009 Denver. 1981 Canadian 1-cent piece. Another 81 1-cent piece for your enjoyment. '67 Philly. And I'm working through just the pennies that are in this pile at the moment. Got a couple more Canadians to show you. A 2009 and pardon me, I don't remember the date on this one. 85. Well, I got a few more pennies to go, folks. Please bear with me. A very shiny 2009 Denver. A beat up 59 Denver, but it's a first year memorial cent. A very dirty 2009 Denver. A 68 Denver. A 72 Philly with Kennedy's head stamped in it. There's the reverse. And now we can finally move on to other coins. How about a 65 Rosie? Torch is a little bit worn. Follow it up with its counterpart from the next year, a 66 Rosie. And that's it for the dimes. Now I'll move on to nickels. I have a surprising amount of nickels. Here's a 64. Of course, there wasn't any silver in the 64 nickels. There were only silver in 42 to 45. Now, if this had been a 64 dime, I would have put it with my other silver dimes, actually. 1959. $19.48. $19.62. Denver. $79 Denver. I'm gonna have to zoom out my camera after this. I got two more nickels to show you. $19.80 Philadelphia. Dirty. A 1926 Indian head nickel, or I suppose they're called buffalo nickels. No mint mark. That's the last of the nickels, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit and readjust the focus. Show you the only quarter I really have sitting in here is a 1994. I don't know why it's in the bag. God, it's pretty shiny for a what is it, about 25 years old now? That's it for the quarters. Now we'll move on to the dollar coins. Well, the small dollars, at the very least. We got a dirty, dirty, dirty Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States. It is a 2010. Yeah, it's not going to focus on that. There's the very gunk-covered reverse. (2009) Philadelphia Sacagawea. '79 Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony. Yeah, I'm gonna readjust that zoom. There we go. Flip for the reverse. I kind of want to recreate this shot in Kerbal Space Program with a big eagle-shaped spacecraft. There's a San Francisco 1980. Readjust the zoom again. And readjust focus. 1981 JFK $50 from Denver. $1972 Denver Kennedy $50. And the last coin I'll show you today, 1978 Eisenhower dollar. Presumably Philadelphia, although I could just not know where the mint marks are on these. And that's that. Thanks for watching.